Welcome to another album collection video. In this one we're going to take a look at my John Coltrane A Love Supreme album collection here. So let's get started. This is the 2003 Impulse CD copy of the album. We just get original album tracks here, and it's a very good remaster of the album. You have the song Acknowledgement, that's the more avant-garde sounding song in the album. Along with, I think, Resolution. I think Pursuance is when things get a little more traditional jazz-like, or it's more traditional jazz. You have John Coltrane on tenor sax, McCoy Tyner on piano, Jimmy Garrison on bass, Elvin Jones on drums, and recorded in 1964 at Van Gelder Recording Studio. Everyone knows that recording studio. There's pictures of it. Yeah, great album. This is a great sounding remaster. I'm not sure if there's a current one or a newer remaster, but to my ears, there's no need for one. So here's what the CD looks like. It looks like the current Impulse CDs that are out now, just a color change. The inner part's orange, and then you get the classic Impulse label here. So now we have a 2020 Acoustic Sounds 33 RPM, or 33 and a third RPM edition of the album. It is gatefold. This version is, I believe it's awaiting a repress right now due to, what's going on in the world, and I think a lot of the pressing plants, like Quality Records Pressings, RTI, probably even the big pressing plants for like Atlantic and all that, they're backed up, and they're getting trying to get caught up right now. So this is currently not available at acousticsounds.com. I believe. I haven't looked for about almost a month, maybe a few weeks, but you get the original gatefold and just beautiful painting here. Now, how does the record sound in terms of comparing it to the original, which another user on YouTube did, and he said this is a little more relaxed sounding in the mastering. The original sounds, it's more in your face. And someone in my family has a 1970s pressing of this album. I have not heard it, but I am wanting to hear it and compare. And when and if I do, I will put that, edit that into the description of this video, of course, later on. But yeah. So yeah, this is the Acoustic Sounds edition. There's also an Analogue Productions edition that was in print for quite some time, a 33 and a third RPM and a 45. I'm sure a lot of people are saying, hey, get that version, but I'm happy with this. I do like 45 RPM editions of albums, like the double discs. I do enjoy those. Yes, you have to get up and flip the record more, but I'm fine with that. I do like the upgrading sound quality. Will I upgrade this album? More than likely not, because I'm happy with both editions that I have. I think the other version of this, the other Impulse edition of this album, I think it's the complete masters of this album. That's probably still available. I'm not for sure though. You'd have to check, Amazon, your local record store. Maybe even Best Buy carried it. They might carry it. Amazon had it at one point. They probably still do. I don't know if they still have it in stock in their warehouses. But there's the spine. Beautiful spine there. Beautiful. Nice glossy laminated cover. All analog. I think this was cut by Ryan Smith at, I forget the mastering lab they used, but he does a fantastic job on the albums that he does master. So in terms of like comparing them, there's really no comparison here. I mean, the CD copy sounds great. I would have to say the record, it does sound better. You get better clarity and instrument separation. The one gimmick I noticed with this guy was on the hype sticker, it claimed that they're using a newly found master of this album to make the CD. So they're trying to say that previous CD copies sounded inferior. I kind of doubt that. I would think that that's just a marketing gimmick to get people to buy the CD album again. But I could be wrong. So if you guys have older editions of this album on CD, let me know. Does this sound better, or is there like a flaw in that edition that you can hear? So yeah, John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. Now this album, let's just show this, is not for everybody. It is when John Coltrane started getting into his avant-garde phase. It's not all traditional jazz here, so there can be some parts that some people may find noisy or maybe even annoying. I don't hear that at all. Now, some of the live versions of this, he does kind of go off the rails, so to speak. I mean, with the playing, and you have to be in a mood for it sometimes. There's no track listing on this one, which is very interesting. I think with this you get the acoustic sounds sleeve. Not that it matters much, that's why I'm not really making this video. Ooh. I don't want to scratch you. There you go. But yeah, great album. I would say if you're new to John Coltrane, don't start off with this album unless you're into like free jazz or avant-garde jazz. Blue Train would be a good place to start. Ballads. What else? Maybe John Coltrane Plays the Blues, and a few others. I'll include those in the description box down below. I don't want to make this video too long. So that is the John Coltrane album collection for A Love Supreme. So thank you very much for watching.